we've been telling that the patch is telling you to fight. The patch is telling you to
Stay in your lane.
stay in your lane.
Win your lane.
But you know what? I just have to say, the patch is telling you to be creative. If you want to if you want to invade, be
That's
creative.
true. That's true.
If
That's
you
true.
want to win the early fights, be creative.
Yeah.
Be as creative as possible so that it reflects on your drafts, it reflects on your rotations, and you don't go stale. Because right now, with this project next, I just feel that there's this certain amount of pressure that comes from a lot of these teams to just come out with a new strategy and make it their own. But
Yeah.
I do not want one strategy to actually just come out of this. This is Project Next. May we have multiple metas.
And the idea is to have fun.
Yeah.
The idea maybe is to have fun, you know.
Yeah.
In this, well, it is kind of difficult. We're playing on the MPL still. The idea really is to win. The goal is to win, right? But of course, for our viewers, guys, you have a new patch. You know, it's really fun to learn. It's really fun to discover what are the changes. No need for a race. There's really no need for a race. I really don't think being first.
I don't think
Again,
being
like
first
you said, right? It makes
be-
you right.
it
Yeah.
doesn't make you right.
Yeah, I
Claiming that you're first doesn't really have its merits.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, it's the hare and the tortoise.
Yeah.
Whoever goes first, you know, may be more complacent than the others,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the slower ones might find something else.
Yes, there is a saying in Tagalog, but because I'm so good, I will translate it in English.
How will you
know,
translate it?
When someone who runs fast, whenever they get thorned, they will be thorned deep.
Yeah, I get
And-
that. I get that. I get that. Yes, that is true. So,
In Tagalog, ang tumakbo ng matulin kung matinik ay malalim.
yes,
Right?
yes, that's true. That's true.
So,
You know what?
but yeah, anyway, guys, have fun.
Have
Always,
fun.
Always have fun. in
Always try to
anything
have
that,
fun.
That you do, especially on this patch. Do not be really confused. Just read those patch and imagine the possibilities. That's where the fun lies.
If you're not that confident, don't get scared.
Yes.
Don't get scared. You
And
watch.
just learn from others. Just
Yes.
try. You know,
Yes.
they said this. Okay, try it. They said that.
Yeah.
Okay, try it. Right?
And if it works for you and you have fun with it, it's okay, because this happens with a lot of games as well. I hear a lot of people just saying that, oh, we're scared of the new patch. It's so big. Do not be scared. This is still the ML that you
Yeah,
love.
yes, yes.
It's just that as time progresses, the game progresses as well.
Yeah.
And Munton really just wanted to give you a better experience
Yeah,
and to have a new perspective into the game. So appreciate the change, embrace it,
Yeah.
and make it your own.
Yeah, have fun.
Have fun.
Right, so anyway, we got the Khalid, Natalia, and also the Hilda. Ban on the side of Execration. Selena would still be available, as the ban on Blufire would be of Ayuzong. That is a very nice ban. Kufra and Cho. Execration would prioritize on getting that YSS. I really feel that YSS should be a priority ban
Still,
right now.
still.
I think YSS should be a priority ban right now
Still.
for the meta,
Now-
just to be safe.
And now that there
And
is
they got Johed.
now that there is an idea of a jungler just roaming around or
Yeah.
a support roaming around,
Yeah.
getting information on that support wherever she's going or
Yes,
he's going
yes.
is imperative for a lot of these teams. So
Yes.
I think YSS is still a hot commodity.
And the reduction of the 131.
Yeah.
The slowing down of the 131 kind of makes YSS a bit safe. Because you don't expect 4 people to be jumping onto you. You can expect maybe a bit, 2, 1, right? Something like that. And of course, you have your guard on this. right?
This is where I actually think that Forza is going to have a problem. Because sometimes when it's 1-3-1, you can see 4 people sticking together into one lane.
Yeah.
Right now, if you're a Farsa, where do you go? Do you go to the top lane? Do you go to the bot lane?
The
Because
side
there
lane.
is always a siege happening
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
in the map.
yes.
So you can't be omnipresent.
Yeah.
You can't be there always in one lane.
yeah.
So if there is something happening to the top lane, then
Yeah.
probably someone is being proactive to the bottom lane and just pushing the waves.
Yes, and that's actually one of the weakness for against Farsa. You can actually try to make a play on a lane where Farsa is absent. Although Farsa has the wings by wings, I do agree with you, Butters. The potency of the vision provided by the Farsa may be reduced because Farsa is preferred back then because of the vision that she provides, especially when teams clump together, especially when they go together as a 4-man unit. Parsa provides a lot of defense for this. But on fights that are spread out and individual fights, I think that's where Farsa kind of becomes very vulnerable, especially on pick-up heroes.
Think about it. Will you use wings by wings to go to one lane? Because if that happens, then that means you don't have wings by wings to get out.
Back into
To get out
Yeah.
if you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So a lot of things really just popping out here.
Yeah. This might be a Parsa that will just be allowed to stay into the mid. You know, same as how supports are being done here. Very interesting actually on the Loyi. I cannot but feel that Loyi is a hero that is nice to experiment around right now for the Project Next patch. I think, especially if you want to dive a lane.
Everyone was thinking about a rival.
Yeah,
but then again, if you have a hero with an ultimate
that can teleport
that can
you,
teleport
the whole
you
team.
anywhere, it makes sense. Because back then, I mean, a certain patch in the Open Qualifier, someone did say that she is the best support. But then again, aside from the nuking power, what more can you get out of the ultimate? Because you don't really use it as much.
There is a very big
But
question for
right
that.
now, if you use it and you want to defend a lane, you can just pop your ultimate, get in a safe place, and just defend.
Indeed. Well, we get the Lunox here for the side of Execration, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's a possible side lane, honestly.
It's a
Lunox.
Oh! It's back, ladies and gentlemen!
It's time for the main event! We are back onto Etomax! Leomore!
It's probably Etomax. It's probably Sagitnu. As
It's
far
possible.
as I have to say, Sagitnu's name was May before. And
Okay.
May is one of the best Leomord players in the Philippines.
Yeah, I think we have Etomax Loyi and we have Sagitnu on the... We got Sagitnu on the Leomord.
Funny.
Of course! Of course! Go for it! Why not? Well, it's already lock-in, right? So, yeah.
They don't have... Okay, there is Chakno there with a single target lock with unstoppable force in the ejector. But for Limbs here, if he is safe in terms of engaging, then it's probably gonna work on his side. But Leomord and Fanny coming out and joining the MPL fun.
Leomord Benny Cutie.
All right. I mean, yeah. I think Benny Cutie is capable of doing so as well.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
He's capable.
I mean, we're just basing it on our previous stats, guys. We got Etomax really playing Leomord. We also have Sagitnu playing Leomord.
But, I mean, having two skilled Leomord players, give it to the Leomord player.
Why not make it 3? Why not
make it 3? I mean,
we have 2 Leomord players.
Why not make it 3?
Make it 3.
Or probably give Chaknu a tank Leomord as well.
Yeah. So you have 5.
You
I have 4.
You have 4. Then Hate probably get 5 Leomord players.
Why not?
What's better than 4?
Yeah,
make it 5.
Make it 5. Quick match, you know. It's inspired by Manjin there. Man, I think everything got wiped off the table, same as everything got wiped off when the Project Next patch was introduced. We have a Fanny here. I have no idea where is that coming from, but I have no complaints.
I have no complaints as
totally
well.
no complaints for this game.
And you know what? We didn't really talk about the Terizla.
Yeah.
I mean, Terizla
is okay to greet the Loyi.
Was balanced.
Yeah.
Very balanced hero right now.
Yeah.
His current passive was taken to the previous one, that season 3 Terizla pick that they were doing. It was reverted back to that certain spot where he was deemed to be one of the most OP heroes and tankiest heroes in the game. But the thing is, his damage output in terms of minions is decreased to only 75%.
Yeah.
One of his skills, yeah.
Yeah, one of his skills. So there is a good attention that is given towards the Terizla right now. Although there are a lot of changes actually for heroes, and we're yet to actually see our revamped heroes in MPL, and I'm actually looking forward into seeing that, especially next week. I think next week they're already allowed, right? But Yeah, with this kind of lineup, my side lane on the Leomord. I think yeah, I think Leomord EXP lane. You still have YSS. Oh no. Sorry.
This is probably
What do you think? YSS jungle? It's
yeah,
possible.
it's a possibility. It's
There's no I think there's no reason.
I don't really think that there's a reason, but in terms of the catch here for the side of Execration, they only have one.
Yeah.
So I think as long as you don't have anything to lock down
Alright.
limbs, it makes sense.
All right, so there we go. My vote was wrong. We get the Leomord on the gold lane. We have the Lunox on the experience lane. And here's a fun fact. We have Hate also joining the experience lane.
So yeah, and it's going to be Sagitnu and Hate in one lane, and they're just gonna poke the hell out of the enemy team. And the enemy hero onto this lane. Oh,
Nice jump by
Oh, wow.
Secret. That was very quick against Hetomax. All right. And that's the blue buff onto limbs. Okay. But that
So-
is going to be the lane.
So what they did was, after that XP lane, Hate goes to level 2, he gets the Little Wanderer, and he heads straight for that purple buff. So that's the certain rotations that the enemy team, that the teams are doing here. If you get a carry fighter or a carry side laner, you would put the marksman onto the XP lane, then just get his levels.
And look at this. So what Chakno is doing is just going for the reset, right? A disruption towards Limbs that force actually Limbs to get his recall. He does understand that the Fanny has nice capability of returning to his own buff. So what Chakno is now doing is he's trying to get some attention by visiting again the orange buff. But yeah, that is the first of the early small leads here by Execration. Another goes Sagitnu. Chakno dancing around against Limbs. Alright.
And Etamax here, getting the level 4, and they will. And this is Hate. Just
Of course.
they're flexing, and
Of
right
course.
now they are making money. Make it rain.
And look at that. Benikiti doesn't even need to use the barbell.
Yeah.
Still has the green dot on the moment that Hate actually visited that lane. Guys, that is very important.
And
that gold lane gank, that's a lot of gold now for Hate. That's where the biggest lead will happen.
And look at the gold. It's 1k up here for the side of Execration. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, that's 1.4k gold given to the side of Execration just because of that one sequence that Execration did. Wow, that's really high, and Sagitnu here is getting a fair share as well.
Yeah, of gold. That's how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, no surprise that by the 4-minute mark, I'll be seeing an early item here for Hate. But Hate is eyeing actually the late game here by choosing the killing spree, and Chaknu, you know, is being impactful. That's totally okay. He did throw Limbs out, and that's all he needs. That's all he needs. He just needs to disrupt continually. The Mounting Chakra gets casted. There is a kill though done by the Lunox, if I'm not mistaken. There's gonna be Chaknu, goes for the unstoppable force towards
And
Fuzuken.
Chaknu got the
Chaknu
buff.
got the buff. That's how it's done. It puts in the logo of the Onyx here.
Oh
And,
no.
yeah, that's Etamax also following through. Doesn't matter. Even with the death on Etamax, that's a lot of pressure there by Execration. And lots of freedom for Hate. And Benikiti also farming in. And guys, that's the final minion. That's the final artillery. Gold artillery gold. Yeah, that's the final artillery gold that we'll be seeing on the gold lane. So that's a 340 mark, guys. And yeah, all lead on Execration. 2K.
Yeah, when Sagitnu here getting chased down, doesn't have the mana, but Hate is here, and that arrow will connect. You know what? I really like the idea of
Oh my
Yi
God.
Sun-Shin
Yeah.
being the jungler, because in terms of rotation, he has good range.
Already. For that, we have returned, guys.
And look at this, 2 rockets.
Yeah, I was thinking if the damage would be enough. I honestly thought it might be an execute or it might be a finisher for the Fanny, but yeah.
Probably at 4.
Probably at 4.
Probably at 4 rockets, it could make sense. But here is where invades matter, to be honest.
And there's retribution, so there's really no chance of Chu denying that. And
Look at Louis just staying
Maintaining
into the
the
mid
lane.
lane.
Yeah.
And you know what? What I'm actually surprised about here is you put a Louis into the middle lane. Sheila doesn't have the certain mobility. Secret here is between the crossfire here of 3 heroes of Execration, and he won't really live. But putting a Luya into the middle lane, he doesn't have that certain amount of mobility, you know. But the thing is, they made it work again.
And it's a very defensive hero.
Yeah.
The Loyi. You just put your first skill here. You just put your dispersion, and you know you could have a lane that you can steadily shove and clear. And well, Unseen is just dancing around. He's not fully backing. That's very risky for him. If Benecutie decides to go, good thing the Barbell is already down for that side. Curse of Crow. Energy impact not gonna be connecting, and of course with that, Execration would just retreat by a bit just so they can take this turtle, guys. Guys, the lead is too much. Get 6k here. Legion Sword 2 onto the side here of Hate. Also a kill. No, actually the turtle secured for him. And you know, even the Mounting Shocker would hurt a lot against the side of Blufire here. The only built item that I'm seeing would be of a Queen's Wings and of course a Clock of Destiny for Blufire.
But hey, you know what? Execration here, they are making things work onto their side. And I saw that there is an enchanted talisman for Luyi here. Mana regeneration is going to be on point, but look at this!
Yeah. And there is the ult from Puzaken! Oh my god!
it just stopped them on their tracks.
I mean, there's the ult on the ground by Puzaken. It's a bit late, actually. I'm not sure what happened there, but you know, it is what it is. You know, killing spree.
You know what? It's counterintuitive to actually use wings by wings to get into an area here for Unseen. Because the thing is, once they see Unseen in another lane, the other lanes go, and the side lanes that there is an access of the Farsa in terms of feathered airstrike is just gonna back off.
Yeah.
So it's not really working right now. The fights aren't really focused into one lane as our previous meta does. But now we can see that there is going to be a bit of a dilemma in terms of just picking that Farsa.
Yeah, and we are now here onto the last turret outside the base here of Blufire. Teleport. Actually, diversion coming in from the Loyi. Followed up with that Mounting Shocker. Not gonna be bought here by the Blufire. And yeah, I think this is gonna be very difficult. All you need is to just have Chaknu go in. This is a bit slower compared to the Kufra. Totally understandable. You're using the Jawhead, but Jawhead has higher pressure.
If you think about it, Limbs is only at level 6, and that's because Chaknu isn't giving him anything free.
Yeah.
It takes a Fanny to use all of his energy on Chaknu just to get something. So that means he's forced to always go out.
Man, 9k on the gold lead here for the side of Execration. Even Hate here can easily solo a turtle without having to worry for anything. Actually, of course this is Blufire. We are still watching. There's a Blufire match we are still watching, but I wouldn't be surprised that really a team which comes prepared even by just a margin against another team. And totally understand one mechanic of the next patch against their opponent. I think yeah, it could lead to, you know, one-sided series really, one-sided matches really, because you can drafting and of course laning is as close to a checkmate. You know, you can already set up a checkmate just by laning and just drafting alone.
And look at the nuke coming out here from Luyi, and this is pressure on all sides of the map. Blufire, they are defending. They're trying to fight this, but look at Limbs with a few slashes and a few hits of an arrow. He's forced to go back.
Yeah. Wow, they need to go steady here. Sagitnu kiting back. There is a very beautiful ejector there against a secret delivered towards Sagitnu.
Okay.
Alright, there is one killed. But of course, Benecutie will be cleaning up. Demon Hunter Sword already available here for Hate, and they will follow through. The next one would be of Puzaken. Pushback done in by Benecutie. They're gonna be Cho. And under the feathered airstrike, Etamax will fall down. There goes Limbs. And Limbs will walk away.
And oh man, this is really just hard for the side of Blufire.
Yeah.
They cannot do anything at this point. Well, it takes a couple of mistakes for Execration for them to actually come back from this. But at this point, a team of a caliber like Execration, they won't really back down. And look at this going in.
Yeah, very good flicker there.
Benecutie.
Yeah, very good flicker there actually by Unseen. especially the quick initiate by Benecute. He's just baiting Secret here. Maybe just establish pressure there, but at least we get the 10-minute mark. And I can feel a nice stall there by Blufire. Unseen is doing quite a good job in clearing the waves, defending properly, using the Farsa, just using the safe distance that the Feathered Airstrike provides for Farsa.
You know what? One of the things that I've noticed is if you have a good jungle rotation or a good jungle pattern into just getting the minions or the monsters, you can probably go solo lord at 10 minutes.
It is possible. I would agree.
Yeah. And
A solo lord, yeah.
a solo lord isn't that far-fetched at this point because you know what? It's MLBB.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Butters, we have a lot of gold in the early game. We have a lot of resources in the early game, and lots of resources in the early game could actually provide a lot of scaling for scaling heroes. And interestingly, Hate didn't focus under the turret here. Still, no inhibitor turret will be knocked down against Blufire.
And look at Chaknu here. Wherever Limbs is, I am there as well.
Yeah.
He's not letting Limbs go out. It's like a master. It's like a dog on a leash. He's not letting it go.
Yes, especially, and the interesting part here is it's the dog that is actually catching the... It's the Fanny that looks like a dog here on the leash, but let us see. The turret is still alive. Finally, Hate decides to go for it. It just only takes one hit to finish it. And yeah, inhibitor turret is down for that part. But still, the game is up and available for Blufire. But it's only a matter of time. Another diver by Benecute cancels out the Feathered Airstrike. Chaknu fully commits. He gets stopped by most of the members of Blufire. It doesn't stop him from killing Unseen though. And yeah, now that gives freedom for Hate again to target his second inhibitor turret down in the mid. They go for that top lane side. Benecute now will be going back into his normal form as the Barbiel will expire. There is going to be Sagitnu stay into the front line. Chaos Darkening will be casted. Fade away actually. And now he has his Brilliance on. It's going to be Limbs missing some of the cables, ladies and gentlemen. But the moment it goes in towards Sagitnu, Sagitnu will be casting that Order of Brilliance. And yeah, that's it.
I'm actually seeing Sagitnu with a big smile on his face.
Yeah.
That Sagitnu's meta was actually the carry side lane. Where you have all the time in the world to get farm for your side lane. It doesn't matter if you have 2 cores.
And scale, right?
And scale. So I think with 2 very strong cores, or 3 strong cores from the side of Execration, they can make this work on their favor.
Yeah. And Fanny is a very difficult hero to be utilized. Oh my god, a full combo here done by the members of Execration. This is the explosiveness that we are waiting for. Even in this one-sided game, layered with everything from Hate's Mountain Shocker to Benecute's Barbiel. I think that might be it. We get some minion wave still. Fuzaken and also Chu is still alive. Etomax will be going back. He does have his ultimate on. He can easily teleport in and diversion onto the base here of Blufire. TPs are also coming in. Wave clear onto Benecute. Hate is also kiting back. Chu is just dancing around. And Limbs is gonna be there. Again, I just want to go back to my point that the Fanny is really not an easy hero here to be utilized ever since, at the start of Mobile Legends. She is like a hero that invites challenge to a lot of players. And yeah, I mean, we are seeing here, even though there is some good performance there on the Fanny, and it takes a lot of mastery actually to get it to this level, I think Limbs needs some improvement still on the cable work. On the cable work of that Fanny, because we're seeing some missed cables for that part. There goes Chaknu, they go for the dive. Chu into the front line, flicker in, no ejector, and there goes Limbs. He wants to get into the base of the other team. He gets chased down by Benecute along with Hate. And I think that's it. Already one skill unlocked for Hate here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's still an artillery minion. Etomax also going to be receiving some damage from the Blufire's defense squad. Remember that it's only just 4 members alive. Benecute in critical health. Chaknu also goes for the dive. Barbiel is still online for Benecute, but of course, onto the side there goes Chu. He wants to target him. He wants to target Benecute. They go for the wave clear. They're just dancing around. There goes Chaknu onto the side, and Blufire tries to maintain composure. Benecute flickers in, wants to make an explosive pick, and he has done so, and that is it. 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Execration.
Execration.